Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz, and this is Ron's Rundown. We're going to go over the MLB games scheduled for Saturday, June 21st, 2025. Now, if you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Put your baseball picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily rundown best bet in Major League Baseball, you can find those at the Premium Picks tab or the Experts tab at pickdawgz.com. There's also a link in the description. Alrighty, here we go. Here are the games for Saturday, Major League Baseball. First up, the Detroit Tigers taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. We've got Sawyer Gipson-Long and Ryan Pepiot as the starters. Pepiot's in great form right now. He's put together a lot of quality starts as of late, pitching deeper into ball games, earning strikeouts. He's at 8+ strikeouts his last 3 starts. The Rays are 3-2 in his last 5 games. And, Sawyer Gipson-Long, his last game wasn't his best. He only went 3 innings. He only gave up 1 earned run, but it was an 8-4 loss for Detroit in the end. So far, he's been a little bit inconsistent with his strikeout stuff. I think that the Rays are going to be able to get to him at Steinbrenner Field. I also don't think he goes too deep into this ball game. I like the Rays in this game on the money line at Steinbrenner Field. Next up, we've got the Orioles and the Yankees. Going to be an afternoon game. We got Zach Eflin and Clark Schmidt as the starters. Definitely a concerning start for Eflin in his last game. Now, I know it was at Steinbrenner Field, very hitter-friendly ballpark, and a Rays team has definitely been a lot better against right-handed pitching as of late, but Eflin giving up 7 earned runs, 12 base hits, a couple of home runs to go with it, wasn't able to miss many bats at all. I just think that he's in trouble in this spot. Doesn't get really any easier on the road against, at Yankee Stadium with similar dimensions against a really tough Yankees lineup. Eflin's got an ERA above 5 on the road this season. Clark Schmidt's in great form. Give me the Yankees in this one on the run line. Next up, we've got the Brewers and the Twins. We got Jose Quintana and Simeon Woods Richardson as the starters. Now, these are 2 teams that I consider, good pitching staffs, especially in the bullpen, but I think these are the 2 weakest links in both of these rotations, and I think we see a high-scoring game. I think we go over the total. When you look at Jose Quintana, he's put together a good season overall, but we knew it was a matter of time. The expected numbers were really steep for him, and regression was inevitable, and we see him give up 5 earned runs, 7 total runs in his last game against the Cardinals. And he's given up 3+ walks his last 3 starts as well, which is a concern. Now you got a tough Twins lineup at home. And on the other side, Simeon Woods Richardson did bounce back in his last game against the Astros, but before that, gave up 12 earned runs in the previous 2 starts. So I can't really trust either of these starting pitching options. I think in an afternoon game, we see some runs and some home runs. Give me the over in Twins Brewers. Next up, we've got the Cardinals and the Reds. We've got Wade Miley and Sonny Gray as the starters. Now, Wade Miley, so far, it's a small sample size, 12 innings, but he's got an ERA just below 7, has not pitched too well, and even in his last game where he went 5 innings, 2 runs, got the win for the Reds, it was still, 2 home runs given up, a couple of walks to go with it. You're facing a Cardinals team in the last 30 days is top 10 in baseball in team OPS against lefties. Sonny Gray on the other side, who struggled mightily on the road, but has been a lot better at Busch Stadium. He's got a sub-3 ERA there this year, and he's been a winning machine at home this season as well. 5-1 record personally with a 2.85 ERA and 57 strikeouts in 53 2/3 innings. So for me, I got to roll with the Cardinals in this game on the money line at Busch Stadium. Next up, we've got the Mariners and the Cubs. We've got Emerson Hancock and Cade Horton as the starters. I think this is a bring your glove to the ball game type of matchup, as the weather is just very beneficial for the hitters on paper. Now, things could change, but looks to be a warmer day in Chicago, upper 80s, lower 90s in the temperature, with the winds blowing out to center field at over 15 miles per hour in an afternoon game at Wrigley Field. I mean, we saw the Diamondbacks Cubs series at the beginning of the season that was very hitter-friendly weather, and we saw a lot of runs in those games. That the big comeback for the Cubs in one of those. And I think, while I mentioned Cade Horton's a good option for Chicago going forward, this is, an inexperienced pitcher that hasn't really pitched in these types of elements. Up against a Mariners team that's got some power in the lineup, obviously. Cal Raleigh, one of the best home run hitters in baseball this year. They do strike out quite a bit. I think that benefits Horton a little bit, but I think that Emerson Hancock really is in trouble. I think the Cubs can do a lot of damage against him. They've got one of the best lineups in baseball against righties this year. The Cubs' bullpen's not been great always this year. They've been a little bit better as of late, though. They've been able to hold on to some leads, but I don't think any lead is safe in a game like this. I think we see a back and forth, plenty of home run, extra base hit type of game. I got to go with the over in Mariners Cubs. Next up, we've got the Blue Jays and the White Sox. We got Jose Barrios and Aaron Savale as the starters. Now, Barrios struggled in his last game, but that was on the road. In his last 2 home games, he's gone 12 innings of 1-run ball combined, 14 strikeouts to go with it, and he's had 3 quality starts in his last 3 starts at Rogers Center. And I think he's going to be pretty sharp in this game. I look for him to bounce back. I also think the bats are going to back him up against Aaron Savale. I mean, the Blue Jays in the month of June, one of the toughest lineups in baseball in general, but even against right-handed pitching, low strikeout rate, I think Savale could be in trouble. I'm going to roll the Blue Jays and lay the 1.5 runs. Next up, we've got the Rangers and the Pirates. We've got Mitch Keller and Kumar Rocker as the starters. Mitch Keller, in terms of money line betting in Major League Baseball this year, has been one of the least profitable pitchers in the league. And he's 1-9 this season, 0-6 in PNC Park. The Pirates have lost an overwhelming majority of his games, but it's not necessarily his fault. He's been serviceable as of late, especially. He's had a lot of quality starts in his last few games, 4 of them in his last 5 starts. He's got a 4.08 ERA on the season, which is not bad for a number 3-4 option in this Pirates rotation. He just can't be expected to be that stopper or ace-level starter, nowhere near a level of Paul Skeens in this rotation. But I think Keller could be a 6-inning, 3-run guy going forward this year and keep his team competitive. The question is, can the Pirates score enough runs to back him up? Usually the answer is no. This is one of the weakest lineups in baseball, but you're up against a starter in Kumar Rocker, who's got an ERA above 15 on the road so far this season. It's a small sample size, but I mean, he's had 4 road starts. I mean, it's not the smallest sample size either. He has just gotten crushed on the road. His last game against the Rays at Steinbrenner Field, 3 1/3 innings, 5 runs, a home run, 2 walks to go with it. It was a 5-4 Rangers loss. I just can't trust Rocker in this spot. I think the Pirates are going to do enough damage to win this game for Mitch Keller. So give me the Pirates on the money line in this one. Next up, we've got the Red Sox and the Giants. We've got Brian Bayo and Landon Roop as the projected starters. Now, I got to give credit to Brian Bayo. His ground ball stuff has been working in the month of June. He's coming off a great start against the Yankees. 7 innings, 8 strikeouts, a shutout baseball. If he continues to pitch like this, I'm not necessarily worried anymore about the regression concerns that we saw at the beginning of the season where his expected numbers were through the roof. But I still think that in this matchup, that Landon Roop is the better starting pitching option. I think the Giants at home are the play in this game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think San Francisco does just enough offensively against Bayo and the Red Sox bullpen to win this game at home. So give me the under and the Giants on the money line. Next up, it's the Braves and the Marlins from Lone Depot Park. We got Grant Holmes and Yuri Perez as the starters. I mentioned we originally thought that Perez was going to go on Friday. They moved him to Saturday, and I still don't love the matchup for him. I think that the big concern for me was Perez not earning a single strikeout in his last start. I know the Braves have been inconsistent offensively this year, but they should still be able to get to Perez, and Grant Holmes, I think, is a good option on the other side for Atlanta. Even though he's not been great on the road this season, he's coming off a 15 strikeout performance, though, against the Rockies. Tough to ignore that. I know it's the Rockies, but the Marlins are also one of the weaker lineups in baseball. So I'm going to roll the Braves in this one on the money line and run line on the road. Next up, we've got the Mets and the Phillies. We've got Griffin Canning and Mick Abel as the starters. I like the over in the first 5 innings between these two. Griffin Canning has regressed in a big way. 10 runs given up in his last 9 2/3 with 7 walks to go with it and a couple of home runs. You're up against a tough Phillies lineup. And on the other side, Mick Abel, his first start of the season, his Major League debut, 6 innings, 9 strikeouts. Since that game, the strikeout numbers have just not been there consistently. His control is a little bit of an issue in one of those games against the Cubs. I think this is a tough matchup against the Mets. They're a patient lineup, and I think they can get to Abel, and I think we go over the total in the first 5. Next up, we've got the Royals and the Padres. We got Noah Cameron and Dylan Cease as the starters. Now, the Padres have been pretty dreadful against left-handed pitching in the last month, and Noah Cameron's been excellent on the road. 19 innings with a sub-1 ERA. I think Cameron puts together 5-6 strong innings. I think Dylan Cease can match him with 5-6 quality innings himself. He's got great strikeout numbers as of late. I know he struggled against the Dodgers in his last game, but it was no home runs, just 1 walk with 9 strikeouts. It was a lot of, he gave up some doubles, gave up some sharp contact, but a lot of base hits piled up for the Dodgers in that game. They played very well. You can't take anything away from them, but I think it was a little bit unlucky start for Dylan Cease. I think he bounces back at home, so give me the under in Royals-Padres. Next up, the Diamondbacks and the Rockies. Merrill Kelly and Carson Palmquist are the starters. Kelly's been pitching in the NL West throughout his career, and he's got a lot of experience at Coors Field. He pitched there last year, a couple of starts at great numbers in those games. I think he pitches well in this one. I know he was not the best in his last game against the Padres, but I think he puts together a solid outing, and I think the Diamondbacks do a lot of damage offensively. This is one of those games I think gets really ugly for the Rockies. I think the Diamondbacks team total over is worth a look. I think the Diamondbacks win this game by more than a few runs. So give me Arizona on the run line. Next up, we've got the Astros and the Angels. Brandon Walter and Jose Soriano are the projected starters. Soriano's in great form right now. He's, his last 2 games, 14 innings of 1-run ball with 18 strikeouts. He's keeping the ball on the ground. He hasn't given up a home run in a long time, and only 3 home runs overall this season. We know he's a ground ball specialist, but even that, 3 home runs in 86 innings of work is really impressive, and I think he pitches well in this game. The Astros lineup has not been as good on the road as they've been at Dyken Park. On the other side, Brandon Walter, a lefty facing an Angels team, has got good power numbers against lefties as of late, but their strikeout numbers are through the roof. And I think Walter, who's been able to miss a good amount of bats recently, 9 strikeouts his last game against the Twins, 6 2/3. I think he could put together a solid outing. So give me the under in Astros Angels. Next up, we've got the Guardians and the Athletics. We got Luis Ortiz and Mitch Spence as the starters. I've mentioned many times, I think Ortiz, even though he's got a 4.6 ERA, which isn't great, has been a serviceable veteran starting pitcher in this rotation. He's been able to give them 75 innings of 81 strikeout baseball. He usually does a good job of keeping them in ball games, but as of late, that's not been the case. His last 2 games giving up in 10 2/3, 10 earned runs and 3 home runs with 6 walks to go with it. And also, Ortiz has an ERA of 5.91 on the road this year. Now you're pitching. He just gave up 6 runs on the road in Seattle in a very pitcher-friendly ballpark. Now you're in Sacramento at a very hitter-friendly ballpark. I think Ortiz is in trouble. The A's are top 5 in baseball in both team OPS and isolated power against righties in the last 30 days. I think the team total over is worth a look. I think that Ortiz earned runs over is worth a look. I think the A's on the money line is also the play in this one. Next up, we've got the Nationals and the Dodgers, the final game for Saturday's card. Jake Irvin and Dustin May are your starters. I think it's a lopsided pitching matchup. I do think the Dodgers get on the board early and often against Jake Irvin. I think the Nationals have proven to be one of the weakest bullpens in Major League Baseball. So I think the Dodgers really do have a nice day at the plate in this one. The question is, can Dustin May be good enough to keep the Dodgers run line cover? I think so. I think, the Nationals, a team that we've backed plenty of times as an underdog this season. Their offense has been underrated, but as of late in their last 3-4 series, it's just not been the same team offensively. So I'm going to roll the Dodgers in this one, lay the 1.5 runs on the run line. And that's it. Those are the games for Saturday in baseball. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium, and there is a link in the description. As always, it's Romanelli. Good luck.